In this video, I'm going to be giving you my review of this NordicTrack's flagship rower, the RW900. At the risk of crashing my watch time, it's excellent. However, there are some parts on this rower that I don't like. Let's get cracking. So the NordicTrack RW900 is a connected fitness rower, and these workouts here have been really impressive, especially lately. Now, a year ago, I would have said my top 25 connected fitness rowers were from Hydro. They are the benchmark in connected fitness rowing. It's all they do. However, in the last year or so, since using this machine, that shifted. So now my top 25 connected fitness rowing workouts are actually on the RW900 or IFit, the software that runs on NordicTrack and Proform rowing machines. You could be rowing in the Rockies today, going full hit in a studio workout tomorrow, rowing on a Norwegian fjord like this one. I mean, that is amazing scenery, isn't it? Or in the slightly more overcast Lake Windermere in the UK. So you get the picture. There are lots of amazing locations to row in. And if I were to compare the latest crop of IFit's rowing workouts with where they were a couple of years ago, I would say these are equally as good and immersive as their bike and tread rides, where they were good before, but they're exceptionally good now. The quality of the row itself has been excellent. This is probably the easiest piece of NordicTrack equipment I've had to put together. It is a bit of a joy compared to, say, one of the bigger treadmills. And NordicTrack have obviously put a lot of R&D into these 22-inch screens that they have on their bikes, their treadmills, and also their RW900 rower. The height of this screen is excellent as well. As you can see here, I'm looking at the screen rather than down at the screen, which you are on some other rowers. And this is more of a comfortable experience when you're using it as well. Where's the fan though? There is plenty of room to put one here. When you look at the bike screen here, you can see there's room either side for the speakers, you've got some controls, and you've got this fan. With the auto fan, you can set it so that it blows as hard as you're working out. So when you go slowly, it blows lightly. When you go harder, it blows harder. There's room for it here. I really don't know why NordicTrack chose to omit it on their RW900. One thing I really like though is the height of this seat. So if you look at my legs, they're pretty much at a right angle, and this isn't very much different to getting off and off a dining chair. I hate to admit it. Oh man, I mean, I'm 50 years old, it annoys the hell out of me. And as a middle-aged man, it does make it easier to get on and off this rowing machine. One of the reasons I love rowing is that not only does it give you a great cardio workout, it also uses 86% of your muscles. So you get a 2-for-1 here. If you're using your pull muscles when you're rowing, say for 20-25 minutes, you can then throw in some push-ups at the end and you've covered all of your cardio and done a full body workout in, say, half an hour. At this point, I just want to say, if you're thinking about buying an RW900 rowing machine or any other NordicTrack rowing machine, I'll put a link in the description. That will take you to the best price on NordicTrack's website, and that also helps support the channel, which is greatly appreciated and enables me to keep making videos. Like also really helps the channel, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. These Velcro foot straps that NordicTrack use are excellent, and you really can't pull yourself out of them. But this does lead me into the foot positioning. So I don't know if it's that obvious, but this part here, the area between my feet, this is wider than you'd have on a rowing boat, for instance, or something like a Hydro, and a bit wider than a Concept 2. So this puts your feet in more of a lifter's position. And that's a position that I really love. So right from the snatch, I can feel my lifter's position into the stroke. And I mean, I really like rowing this machine. However, if you're a purist, you may find that your feet feel slightly wide apart than what you're used to. I think it's a small thing, but it's something to note. The stroke is also excellent. There's 26 levels of magnetic resistance on here, and you've also got auto follow. So that means that the machine, the instructor, can change the level of resistance throughout the workout. That's important for 2 reasons. One is you can change up your speed on this machine, and so you don't get bored, and it helps you kind of have a bit more longevity in the workout because you don't get as fatigued. And it also adds a huge level of interest. So if I'm on a non-connected fitness rower, probably 10 to 12 minutes before I've had enough. With this, I can easily go half an hour and I'm still engaged, I'm still interested. But the stroke is very good, the handle's very good, and when you come onto your stroke, it's just like putting your oars into the water. The reason being is you've got that kind of resistance right at the start here, and then as you come through your stroke, you feel the power coming through your body, and it gets a little bit easier. So this is what I mean by kind of like a lifter's position, and I can really feel how it works my back. I've certainly got a stronger back since I've been using this machine. In fact, I was going as far as to say that it's kind of rolled back the clock a bit on my back. My back feels, I mean, I'm tempted to say as good as it's ever felt. Now, as much as this Velcro strap is secure and the best I've used on any rower, there is a potential problem for those who prefer to row in socks. Now, I've got size 6 UK or size 7 US feet, and I know what you're thinking, do you get to buy children's shoes? And yes, I do sometimes. But the point is, if I put my foot in there, it's not wide enough to be held in by the Velcro. So if you like to row in barefoot or in socks or in barefoot shoes maybe, you might struggle. So if you're rowing trainers like I do, you'll be fine. Now the IFit membership is $39 a month at time of filming, or if you're in the UK like I am, it's £34. And my advice is always the same. If you can, buy it annually because you'll get a discount. If you go monthly, then look out for the sales. So instead of £34 a month, I'm in. In the last sale, there was a 2-year membership option, and that worked out to be £17 a month. I currently have a Proform bike, a NordicTrack bike, 2 NordicTrack treadmills, and this, and it covers all of those on that one membership at $17 a month because I bought it in the sale. And in addition to that, it's up to 5 users. So that covers the whole family as well. So the more equipment that you add as time goes on, the better value that this membership becomes. I mean, I feel like it's good membership, good value anyway. You also get to use the app as well, which is excellent. We were on a holiday recently and the hotel had a gym. Unfortunately, there was no RW900 there, but I was using a Concept 2 rower and the app. However, I had to get off after 20 minutes because my bum hurt from the seat. The RW900 is at a very different level. In conclusion, out of all the rowers I've used, and connected fitness rowers and non-connected fitness rowers, easily the RW900 has the edge right now. This is a fantastic rower. It's really good to use. I look forward to using it, which I can't say for all rowers, especially non-connected fitness ones. And it's a really good addition to my home gym. And as I've mentioned, if you're thinking about buying one of these machines, I'll put a link in the description. That will take you to NordicTrack's website, and it also helps support the channel as well, which is greatly appreciated. And if you're on the fence between buying this, the RW900, or a Hydro, which is also an exceptional rower, then watch this video here where I compare the 2 rowers, and at the end of that video you will know which rowing machine is right for you. Until next time, see you later.